School in Sparta, New Jersey, where today the football field here in Pope John is turned into the soccer pitch. And the Pope John Lady Lions get set to take on the Mount Olive Marauders. Hello, everyone. Mike Formasano here, calling today's action as the Pope John Lady Lions on senior night battle Mount Olive. So Pope John here on the main stage at Pope John High School, looking to get a victory against the Marauders today. We'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and go over the rosters. We start with the goalkeeper for Pope John, number 0, Abigail Talmadge. The different positions, number 10, Sienna Hernandez. Number 11, Sadie Sikowski. Number 6 is Casey Falcone. Number 17, Ava Sabella. Number 22, Maya Agner. Number 21, Corinna Power. Lucia Castro is a freshman. She has a blank jersey. Isabella Chericella is number 19. Madison Close is number 23. Zyla Gonzala is number 36. Amelia Giordano is number 2. Jill Godimer, number 7. Serena Lorenzo, number 14. Tessa McCullen is number 16. Tanya Makija, number 3. Claire Nestor, number 9. Number 15 is Samantha Pateca. Number 20, Alex Piotrowski. Number 5, Bella Quinn. Number 4 is Mila Saluja. Chelsea Sampson is a freshman, has a blank jersey. Number 18, Skylar Watt. And number 8 is Grace Wood. The president of the Catholic Academy of Sussex County is Mr. Daniel O'Keefe. The principal of Pope John High School is Gene Emmering. The VP chaplain is Father John Calabro. The athletic director is Brian McAleer. The athletic trainers, Gerard Graziano and Jordan Martin. The site manager is Ben Perez. And the head coach of the Pope John Lady Lion girls soccer team is Mike Canal, assistant coach Emily Provaca. I'm Mike Formasano. We're here live at Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. It's the Pope John Lady Lions against the Mount Olive Marauders. We'll give you Mount Olive's roster as we start up action in just a minute. Right now, the Pope John Lady Lions going in prayer to get set for today's match.
You're working the clock? Yeah. What do you have open? Are we audible? Do you have a horn? Hit it before we start. Okay.
Welcome back to Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. The Pope John Lady Lions and the Mount Olive Marauders. And that's next, right here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube.
Anytime if they're
Okay.
but I'll watch it.
Stop.
Give me a little toot.
Welcome back to Pope John High School on senior night, where the Lady Lions girls soccer team gets set to take on the Mount Olive Marauders. Mike Formasano here, calling today's action. Thank you so much for joining us here on the main stage here, the soccer pitch on the lower field here at Pope John High School. Let's give you the Mount Olive roster real quick. Number 0 is Alexa Smith. 1 is Emma Anglero. 2 is Anna Cafone. Number 3, Caitlin Rodas. 4, Jenna Clapp. 5, Veronica Cadis. 6 is Molly Smith. 7, Maya Jimenez. 8, Lauren Marone. 9 is Michaela Wilkinson. 10, Addison Feeney. 11, Leah Hell. 12, Kira Roslin. 13, Erica Ryan. 14, Catalina Manjone. 15, Gianna Wilkinson. 16, Natasha Mahar. 17, Olivia Montanelli. 18, Natalie Bilhammer. Number 19, Gianna Canelli. 22, Jenna Shooten. 23, Gabriela Candido. 24, Caitlin Molina. 25, Sophia Canelli. 28, Isabella DeSuba. And Mia Capone has no number. So we have the head coach of Mount Olive, and that is Kylie Richardson. Assistant coaches Ian Redmond and Joseph Rankopi. I'm Mike Formasano. We're here live at Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. We'll try and find out the goalkeeper for Mount Olive and single that out. I believe the goalkeeper, as you can see with the green jersey in the Pope John huddle, is going to be number 0, Abigail Talmadge. Well, we're all set for soccer. This is the first of a double dip for you. the girls here at home on senior night. And then right after this, I'm going to hop in my car and drive down to Morristown, where the Colonials will battle the Pope John Lions boys soccer team. So I just have a number 0 on the goalie for Mount Olive. So that's Alexa Smith. So Smith, the goalie for the girls soccer team for Mount Olive, and Talmadge for Pope John. Here we go. Sienna Hernandez will kick it back. And we're underway here at Pope John High School. The Lady Lions in their blue uniforms with gold numbers, blue shorts and blue socks, and they are going left to right on your screen. Mount Olive in their white jerseys with red numbers.
If you want a wristband for the pizza truck, they're down at the table if you want to pick them up.
And they're going right to left on your screen. So, 40-minute halves here. Now to throw in to number 12 for Pope John. So stoppage as the referee goes ahead and has the Pope John bench go back to the side. Any players that we don't know, we'll just rattle off numbers and everything, so as we usually do. But if we have both rosters, which we do, we'll try for the names of both teams. Obviously, Pope John, but also for Mount Olive. Ball on the far side now. Throw it by Pope John over to Hernandez. Kicks it forward, blocked out by number 6 for Mount Olive. And now a race for it. McCullen after it, and Smith is going to get there, let it roll over the back line, and it'll be a goal kick for Pope John.
It's a great idea, but we got to communicate. First and second ball.
Again, we're just underway here at Pope John High School. It's Pope John and Mount Olive on senior night. Number 24, Caitlin Molina, stolen away by Pope John. McCullen to Hernandez. Hernandez looking for an opening here. On the near side, fighting with the defenseman for Mount Olive. Now taking. And it'll be Mount Olive possession.
Out in this lane, out in this lane.
Go blue!
Oh, you guys, thank you.
So number 25, Sophia Kennelly, will set up the free kick for Mount Olive. Here it is, booted down the field. Good header. Right in front of us is number 15 for Pope John, and that is Samantha Pateka. Right on the side, goes out of bounds. It'll be Pope John possession. No, check that. Number 25, Kennelly, will inbound for Mount Olive. Down the sideline. Taken away by number 20, Alex Piotrowski. Well, the inbound throw-in coming from number 25, Sophia Kennelly. Right down the sideline, goes out of bounds, and Mount Olive will start up. We're just underway here at Pope John High School. First half action between the Pope John Lions girls soccer team and the Mount Olive Marauders. Here's Hernandez. Sienna Hernandez will boot it forward. Over number 22 for Pope John. That's Maya Agner. Hernandez gets it back to Agner. The pass to McCullen. Tessa McCullen on the far side. McCullen coming in. It's kicked out of bounds across the sideline. And it's going to be Mount Olive possession. Number 2, Anna Cafone.
If Tanya's going forward, you got to be ready to cover.
Ball goes out of bounds again. Mount Olive will play it.
No more than that, okay? You want to stay in the pocket. So if someone's being marked, you can stop being marked.
Here's Mount Olive down the far side. Taken away by number 3 for Pope John, Tanya Makija. Player knocked down for Pope John, and Mount Olive will take possession. Serena Lorenzo plays it over to number 17. And that is Ava Sabella, who knocks it out of bounds and slows Mount Olive down, so the Marauders have to set up for a throw-in. 0-0 your score here. Early first half on the soccer pitch at Pope John High School. The Lady Lions and the Mount Olive Marauders. Last time we saw the Lady Lions, it was against Sparta. Spirited effort. Great first half for Pope John. Excellent goaltending by Abigail Talmadge. And now a shot comes in on Talmadge. She makes the save. Number 24 with it for Mount Olive. They set up again. High boot through the field goal posts of the football field. But we're not playing football. We're playing soccer. At least American football. So it's a goal kick for the Lady Lions. Number 14, Serena Lorenzo will take it. The boot down the field. 25, Smith will take it for Mount Olive. Check that, that's Cadelli, Sophia Cadelli. Pietrowski will throw it in. Down the sideline. Now there's Molina for Mount Olive. She'll inbound. Gives it over to Canelli. Ball goes back over the back line. And it's going to be a corner kick for Mount Olive. So the Marauders setting up for the first corner of the afternoon. Here's the kick. High, booming kick toward the net. Goes out of bounds over the back line. Goal kick for Pope John. Great play by the Lady Lion defense and Abigail Talmadge in there to make sure it didn't go in the net and it went over the back line. So goal kick for Pope John. No, they got to make it reverse it to a corner. So corner kick. Ball comes in. Now cleared out of the way, and Pope John will lead it down the field. So they reversed the decision. They're saying that Pope John last touched it, and they made it a corner there. My apology. In the far corner there, the cross into the middle. And picked up by number 15, Samantha Pateka. Now toward the net. Number 15 from Mount Olive. Stolen away by Serena Lorenzo. Ball on the near side, Pietrowski. Taken by number 7 for the Marauders. And that is Maya Jimenez. And it'll be a whistle on the play. Number 17 for Pope John will start it out. Ava Sabella. Sabella down the field. Taken by number 19 for Mount Olive over to number 8, and that is Laura Marone. Goes out of bounds. Pope John to throw in. McCullen tried to take that. Goes back out of bounds off of Mount Olive, and so Pope John will continue. Pass it to number 12. Down the sideline. Mount Olive takes it. Boots it. Here's number 22, Jenna Shooten, over to Molina. Caitlin Molina with it. Molina racing in down the middle. The shot off of the side of Serena Lorenzo. Great play by her. And it goes out of bounds, and so Mount Olive with a throw-in. Now taken by number 2 for Mount Olive, Anna Cafone. The boot toward the goal, saved by Talmadge. Abigail Talmadge making the save there and keeping the score 0-0. Talmadge with the big boot downfield over the midfield stripe. Mount Olive will send it back the other way. Now toward the net and over the back line. And that will set up a goal kick for Pope John. This time I'm sure of it. Serena Lorenzo right on top of the box. Setting up the kick. She'll pass it over to Petrowski. Alex Petrowski stopped there by Mount Olive, and she has to boot it out of bounds over the back line just to make sure Mount Olive didn't get a scoring opportunity. So now 24, Molina will set up for the corner. Good defense by Pope John so far. They are withstanding the pressure from Mount Olive. Here's the boot. Over Talmadge's hands. Number 8 picks it up for Mount Olive to kick in. And it's wide right. Goes out of bounds. And it's a goal kick for Pope John. We're so glad you're with us here on this Monday afternoon in late September. It's cooled down a bunch today from what it was yesterday. It was hot yesterday here for Junior Lions football. So a little cooler. Temperatures in the low 70s. Very humid still, but you can see the leaves changing. And that is what's happening here at Pope John High School. McCullen with it. The ball comes into the box. Lorenzo will clear it over to Talmadge, who was able to take a boot at it and send it back to the midfielders for Pope John. Sienna Hernandez now with it on the far side, looking for a break. Hernandez has a defenseman on her. Hernandez down the field. Goalie comes in. Smith is able to take it right on top of the box as number 6 for Pope John, Casey Falcone, right on her.
Nice look, Sienna.
Now here is Molina. Out of bounds, Petrowski. Sophia Kennelly now with it. Goes back out of bounds off of Natasha Mahar. Agner sends it down into Mount Olive territory. Toward the sideline, goes out of bounds. And Teka will inbound. Toward Hernandez. Sienna Hernandez looking for a break. Hernandez coming in, it's taken off her foot. Now Petrowski, high up in the air. Past Falcone, she heads it. Comes back the other way. Teka in there as well. Good kick down the field by Kennelly. Played by Lorenzo, the fullback. Taken away by 16, Natasha Mahar. And now a break for Mount Olive coming in, but the ball's going to roll to Talmadge, and she'll scoop it up. Good save off the foot of Lauren Marone. Talmadge down the field to Hernandez. McCullen with her. Now to Agner. Past Pateka. Into the corner.
It's not my fault you took your sling off.
So the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be thrown back in by Mount Olive. Out of bounds. Ball comes in. Off the throw-in from Kennelly. Good defense there by Sabella. Number 22, Jenna shooting. McCullen to defend that. Tessa McCullen ahead to Hernandez, but it's going to roll into Smith, and she'll kick it down the field before it gets to the midfield stripe. So the ball goes out of bounds. Mount Olive will take it. Number 2 for the Marauders, and that is Anna Cafone. Now here is number 3, Tanya Mahija. And it goes over to Mount Olive on the near side. Number 4 for the Marauders. Back to 25. Stolen away by Pope John. Ball goes to Maya Agner. Agner down the field. It's booted over the sideline. And it slows Pope John down, but now Pateca to Hernandez. Sienna Hernandez on the near side. Good header. Back towards Sabella. Sabella to Pateca. And it'll be a free kick for Pope John as Pateca's knocked down. So Pope John will set up for the free kick.
We got 3 coming in.
So now Sienna Hernandez will set up for the Lady Lions. No score here between Pope John and Mount Olive. We're in the first half at the soccer pitch here at Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. Mike Formasano along with you on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Here's the boot by Hernandez. Down toward the goal. Wide right, out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Mount Olive. So now Sadie Sikowski checks in for Pateca, as does number 5, Bella Quinn. Now picked up by number 22 for Pope John. That's Agner. Down low. Sends it forward towards the net. And Smith will scoop it up. 23 minutes to go. We're 17 in here in the first half. The Pope John Lady Lions and Mount Olive Marauders scoreless here on senior night as the Lady Lions celebrating their 9 seniors on the team. We'll go to the list for you at halftime again just to recognize them here on the channel. We saw the senior night earlier. Here's Petrowski. Kick forward. Taken by the Mount Olive defense. Here's Quinn. Sabella defending, number 24, who's cutting up the field. Past Makija, number 8, Lauren Marone with it on the far side. Goes out of bounds. Mount Olive with the throw-in. Kept in by number 2, Cafone. Sends toward the goal off the side of the net, and it'll be a goal kick for Pope John. It was a beautiful ceremony earlier for senior night. It always is. Pope John does a great job with the senior nights. And no exception for the girls' soccer senior night earlier this afternoon. The boys' soccer senior night will be on Thursday, 4 p.m. here against Newton. We're going to have that for you as well. Boys Soccer Senior Night on Thursday, 4 p.m. on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Ball down the sideline, kicked out of bounds by number 9, Claire Nestor. Picked up by Quinn. Bella Quinn will turn things around. Quinn on the near side. Stolen away by number 19, Gia Canelli. Gianna Canelli still with it. Canelli sends it forward. It's going to roll into Talmadge, and she will pick it up. Scores 0-0 here, first half at the soccer pitch at Pope John High School. The football field is turned into the soccer pitch this afternoon for senior night. Handball by Mount Olive, and they pick it up. And so Pope John will set up for the free kick. Just over 20 minutes remaining here in the first half.
On, Skylar.
Go finished. I don't know who you are.
Is the kick by Quinn, faked it. Now sent in, right on the top of the goal, and Smith makes an incredible save for Mount Olive. The shot came in from Casey Falcone toward the top of the net, and Smith just got her hand on it, preventing Pope John from scoring the first goal of the game. Wow, what a save by Smith. I haven't seen any better at the high school level this year. Even the corner kick that Talmadge stopped against Sparta last week. That was incredible that Smith made that save for Pope John. For Mount Olive, I should say. Now Sikowski up. Taken off her foot by number 6. And a player tripped down. Sikowski with it. Put it over to Petrowski. Ball goes toward the corner. It's going to bounce out of bounds over the back line. And a goal kick for Mount Olive. That's saved by number 0, Alexa Smith. As she was able to jump up and punch it out just before it crossed the goal line. Incredible. Now she gives it over to number 6 for Mount Olive, Molly Smith. Down the sideline it goes. Taken away by Quinn. Bella Quinn racing in. The pass over. Sends it toward the net. Smith's going to come out of her cage, and she'll pick it up. Soccer cages, the nets, the goals, they are bigger than any kind of hockey or lacrosse net you're going to see. Makes it tough for the goalies to be able to cover so much room. She did a good job there. Talmadge has done an excellent job today as well. Now substitution in for Pope John. Number 18, Skylar Watt, in for number 22, Maya Agner. Agner playing well this first half. Ball down the far side. Makija fighting for it. Mount Olive looking to center. Comes in. Headed out of the way by Pope John. Good play. Now taken by number 19, Isabella Chichica. Nope, she's on the bench. That's 19 from Mount Olive. My apologies. Talmadge with it now, rolls it over to number 9, Claire Nestor. Nestor sets up for the goal kick. Scoreless here at Pope John High School. This is the first of a double dip for soccer today. We're going to head down to Morristown for 6:30 under the lights action for the boys soccer team as they'll take on Morristown. Later on this evening, I'll hop in my car and drive on down as soon as this game's over, down to Morristown to get your boys soccer coverage on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Happy to do so. Talmadge with the boot. Now Hernandez. Here's Falcone. Casey Falcone. Breaks free. Falcone. The pass is Kowski. Too far. Goes over the back line. Out of bounds. And it'll be a goal kick for Mount Olive. 16 and a half minutes to go here. First half. 0-0. Pope John and Mount Olive. We're here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Mike Formasano along with you. Thank you very much for joining us here this evening, or this afternoon. Senior night here for Pope John. Down the field it goes. Intercepted by Makija. Gives it over to Watt. Skylar Watt coming in. Watt in the middle. The shot. Saved by Smith. And she has to reach out to grab the rebound. Great shot by Skylar Watt. And Pope John putting some pressure on here in this middle first half. Oh, the Lady Lions knocking at the door. Just hasn't been answered yet. Now sent back into Mount Olive territory. Taken away by Mount Olive. Now Quinn. Quinn up to McCullen. McCullen on the far side. Makija on the far sideline. It's going to be Mount Olive possession. Marauders look for the throw-in. McKeeser will pick it up for Pope John. Goes out of bounds. Mount Olive will start up with it. Ball knocked out of bounds again. And it'll go Mount Olive direction. It's number 6 for the Marauders with the throw-in. Sends it in. McCullen chasing. Good intercept by McCullen. McCullen kicks it forward. And Hernandez after it. The ball goes out of bounds. Mount Olive last touched it. So Hernandez will throw it in. We're down to 14 minutes to go. First half, 0-0 your score between Pope John and Mount Olive. Here's Hernandez coming in, looking for a shot. It's cleared by the Mount Olive defense. Now, number 18 for Pope John, Skylar Watt. Watt sends it over to Quinn. Stolen away by Mount Olive, number 15, Gianna Wilkinson. Taken by Jenna Klatt. Wilkinson with it. Good play by Pope John. Sikowski coming in. She has Hernandez with her. Now Quinn over to Petrowski. Pope John rumbling here. Looking to break past the Mount Olive defense. Quinn centers it to McKeesia. The shot in. Saved by Smith. And she'll hold on. 13 minutes to go. First half. Pope John getting closer and closer. Kick down the field. Goes out of bounds. Mount Olive will throw in. Pope John turning on the pressure here in this first half. We've got another 12 and a half minutes to go to try and get a goal here before the halftime. Again, later on tonight, right after this game, I'm going to hop in my car, drive down to Morristown. And we're going to get you coverage of the Pope John Lions boys soccer team as they take on Morristown under the lights at Morristown High School. 6:30 p.m. start. So either 6:30 the game begins or as soon as I get there. Kick comes in, right to Talmadge, into the breadbasket. And she'll hold on. Tomorrow on the channel, field hockey. The Pope John Lady Lion field hockey team takes on Sparta. Sparta with the return engagement from the opening game of the season that the Spartans won in the last minute. So you know Pope John's going to be looking for payback. Here comes Watt, the pass across, intercepted by Mount Olive. And the ball goes out of bounds, picked up by the Marauders. Sikowski defending, as is Quinn. Sabella, Ava Sabella with it, boots it down the field. Hernandez after it. Sienna Hernandez gets in there, but it goes out of bounds and controlled by Mount Olive. Sophia Kennelly with it now on the sideline. Right on the edge. And Mount Olive will inbound again. Petrowski with the steal. Petrowski centers it. Nobody home, so Mount Olive will pick it up. McCullen after it, however. Here's Quinn. Quinn sends it forward. McCullen, Hernandez, both down there. And Mount Olive wins the ball, and it goes over to the far side and down into Pope John territory. McKeesia, along with number 21 for Mount Olive. A push against Mount Olive, and it'll be Pope John possession. Just over 10 minutes remaining in the first half. 0-0 your score between the Pope John Lady Lions and the Mount Olive Marauders. Mike Formisano here, taking you through this girls' soccer match here on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. Here's the boot down the field, controlled by Falcone. Gives to McCullen. McCullen back to Quinn. Quinn on the side, over to McCullen. Stolen away by Mount Olive. Back in the Pope John territory. And there is number 9, Claire Nestor. Gives it over to Petrowski. Petrowski gets the ball to Sikowski. Now Watt. Watt tripped down. No call. We play on. Wow. Sent back the other direction toward the corner. And it's going to roll over the back line eventually and out of bounds. So a goal kick for Mount Olive. Smith will give it over to her fullback.
Watch 24. Watch the pass to 24.
Now Quinn. Quinn sends it toward the net. Smith secures it. Here's Alexis Smith. High kick down the field. Mount Olive sends it in. Nestor trying to secure it for Talmadge, and she does. Successful defense by Nestor, making sure Talmadge could bring that ball in. Now, Mount Olive back into Pope John territory, threatening again. Lady Lions have to be careful here that Mount Olive doesn't counterattack and score late in this first half. Pope John has had most of the pressure here through the first half of action. Ball out of bounds. We're scoreless here at Pope John High School. Right after this match, we'll head down to Morristown and cover boys soccer for you. 6:30 this evening, or whenever I get there. But that's when the 6:30 match starts. McCullen steals it away. Taken away by number 11 for Mount Olive, now number 6. Happy to do a soccer doubleheader today. Girls in the afternoon, boys in the evening. Field hockey tomorrow. Volleyball should be on the schedule soon. And coming up, the 100 in Warren Sussex tournaments. Man, those are always fun. The 100 in Warren Sussex tournaments, you don't want to miss those. In all sports except football. Football and ice hockey don't play in the 100 in Warren Sussex. Pretty much everybody else does. Even the individualist sports like tennis and golf, wrestling. Well, wrestling's team, but it's more individual matches. And again, we're going to try and get wrestling on the schedule this year. I just need somebody to commentate with me. My apologies, but I just don't know enough to really speak intelligently about it. I've seen enough wrestling over the years. I just don't know what everything's called, and I'll learn. All these other sports I've been watching since I was 5 years old, basically, so. Ball down the far sideline. Here's McCullen. McCullen sends it forward. Intercepted by Mount Olive. Now here is number 8 for the Marauders. Centers it past Talmadge, but it rolls past the striker for Mount Olive as well. So a good break for Pope John there. Number 24, Caitlin Molina, just couldn't get her foot on it. She went out an open net. Now cleared Nestor out of bounds. It'll be Mount Olive possession. 5:54 to go. First half. 0-0. Pope John and Mount Olive. Canelli with it now. Now the throw-in goes to Pope John. Lady Lions have played valiantly today. Good effort here on senior night. So now Serena Lorenzo back in the game for the Lady Lions in place of Ava Sabella. Ball toward the side, Sikowski. Ball out of bounds. It'll go over to Kennelly. Kicked out of bounds again by Petrowski. Right on the side, good header by Skylar Watt. Up to Hernandez. Sienna Hernandez with it now. Being defended by number 19, Gia Kennelly. Makija on the far side, trying to pick the ball up. It's Mount Olive the other way, looking to center. Can't do so. Goes out of bounds. And we'll see which way it's going. I believe it's going to be Mount Olive. 4:18 remaining, first half. Throw in, right on the side, Makija defending. Goes back out of bounds, last touched by Pope John. Now Mount Olive again. Back to number 19 with the shot towards the net. Talmadge will scoop it up. And she'll settle everything down for a boot down the field, which here it is. High kick to the midfield stripe and passed. And now here comes Pope John. Watt down the field into the corner. Hernandez. Can she save it? No. It rolls over the back line, and it will be a goal kick for Mount Olive with 3:18 and counting remaining here in the first half.
Oh, no, I appreciate that. Because we had one game, they wouldn't look at it.
Down the far side. Comes over to number 24. Now Petrowski. Good header by Molina. Now Makija along the far side. Clock continues to run. 2:10 and counting. Possible stoppage time as well. It's the referees who are keeping the time on the field, so. We're scoreless here at Pope John High School. Very even match between Pope John and Mount Olive so far. Lady Lions have actually had the better offensive push. Here's Hernandez racing up the far side. The ball is going to go toward the back line. Let's see who saves it. And it's going to be Mount Olive. So Hernandez and the fullback for Mount Olive jostling for position there. And the ball goes over to Mount Olive with 90 seconds remaining. Goal kick for the Marauders. Here's the kick. Number 19 with it. Stolen away by Pope John. Here's Bella Quinn. Quinn, nice move. Pass intercepted by the Marauders. Taken away by Pope John again. Back to number 5. That's Veronica Cadis. Good defense by Nestor. It's in her feet. Kicks it back to Quinn. Bella Quinn, nice move to sidestep the attacker there. 40 seconds remaining. Taken away by Falcone. Falcone knocked off the ball, and that's going to be an infraction against number 22 for Mount Olive, Jenna Shooten. 20 seconds remaining here in the first half. Nestor sets up the ball. Pope John's going to have to hurry here. Nestor sets up. Here's the kick. Over to Watt. Sikowski Sadie Sikowski, 5 seconds. Hernandez knocked off. It rolls over the back line, and there is the buzzer for the end of the first half. What a first half between Pope John and Mount Olive. The Lady Lions showing a lot of gumption, showing a lot of effort and spirit, and had the better of it in the offensive end of the field. But no goals for either team so far, so we'll take a break for halftime. We'll come back in about 5-10 minutes for second half action. From Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey, it's the Pope John Lady Lions and the Mount Olive Marauders 0-0 here at halftime. We'll be back for second half action right after this on Pope John Lions TV on YouTube.